Hello guys, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss about round 2 coding question that is asked in Acculite interview. So before going to this question, I just wanted to tell you a few things. The first thing is actually I have collected 3 questions. So one question will be scheduled for today, and based on this response we will be uploading second and third questions also. So the format of this video will be like we first discuss the question, understand test cases, and then we go for the coding. And I will also be coding along with you. It's not like I just write the code and I will be explaining that. We'll first first understand the question, understand the test cases, and understand the approach, and finally we go for the coding. And third thing is, some people think that if you are not sure that you will not be able to qualify the first round, or if you are already screwed your second round, don't think that this kind of this video will not be useful for you. In general, I'm not actually discussing the actual question at all. I'm actually discussing how to solve this kind of questions. Even if you don't know anything about it, how to solve at least 50% of the test cases. That kind of approach I will be explaining you guys. So please bear with me. Your understanding about problem solving will completely get changed after this particular video. So let's start with it. So basically this is the question. So you are given a graph with n nodes and m directed edges, and each node represents one lowercase English letter. So we define the path value as the number of most frequency occurring letter. For example, if you take any path in a graph, that is the number of most frequent alphabets in that particular thing will be the path length. We need to print the largest value of that. The input line will consist of 2 integers n and m that represents the vertices and edges, and the output file we have to output the single integer that denotes the largest value. So the value, if the value is arbitrarily very large, we have to print -1. So let's, I think you will not be clear with this. Let me explain you the test cases once, then you will understand. Test case number 1. This is 5. 5 is the number of vertices in a graph, and 4 is the number of edges in the graph. And these things, they are just telling how node 1 is connected. Like node 1 is directly connected to 2, node 1 is directly connected to 3, and node 3 is directly connected to 4, and node 4 is directly connected to 5. This is what we have to infer from that next test cases. Like those are the edges, and each node is mapped to each alphabet on the string, on the given string. So let me write that first. So length of string will be equal to number of vertices, ABA CA. So this is a string. So node 1 will be A, node 2 will be B, node 3 will be C, and similarly node 5 will be A. So let me draw the graph first. So 1 and 2 are directly connected. So here 1 in the sense A, so B in the sense 2. And remember, it's a directed graph, so you need to write it. That is very important. Don't take it as undirected graph. Where it's clearly mentioned it's directed graph, so you have to write the direction also. So A to 2 had 2 in the sense B, and next thing, A is directly connected to 3. 3 here is again A, and 3 is again connected to, this is 3. 3 is again connected to 4. Here 4 is C again, and 4 is directly connected to 5. So here 5 is again A, so C will be directly connected to A. So now you start from anything. You have to find the max path with max frequency of any element. See, I have 2 paths here. Let me change the color. So this is one path, this is also one path, this is also one path, and in between this is the maximum path. So you can also take this path also you can take, like this path also you can take, but that is not maximum, right? So you need to take the maximum paths or maximum possible paths. So let me take this path. If you take this path, what is the frequency you get? In that you listed A, C, A. So the maximum frequency in this path is 3. So 3 is the answer. So because A is repeating 3 times, this is the answer. And if you take this path, you might think, why shouldn't I take this path? If you take this path, the path is now AB, and the maximum frequency is only 1, right? So you cannot, this is not maximum, so you cannot take this path. And also you cannot take any sub path of this thing, like this thing or this thing, like that you cannot take. That will not give us a very optimal solution. So you need to take this path only. I hope you understand the question. I will also explain you the another test case also. So let me explain you the second question also. So here we have seen something, right? If the value is arbitrarily large, output -1. What is arbitrarily large? In what case we have to get -1? Let me explain you that first. So in this case also we just try to write the same diagram as we written like that. Now we have x, z, y, a, b, c. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and 6. So 1 is directly connected to 2. That means x is directly connected to z. Let me, this is very disturbing, that cursor. So x is directly connected to z, and 3 is directly connected to 1. 3 is y. So y is again directly connected to x, and 2 is directly connected to 3. So 2 here is z again, and it is connected to 3. 3 is y again. So z is connected to y. So I'm not going to write these all things because we will arrive at this conclusion. So you see here we are actually forming a circle. So if you, like, for example, say this is connected to some y and some z, something like that. So if you enter this path once, x will be connected to z. You will be traversing like this only. Let me change the color. So x will be connected to z, z will be connected to y, and y will be connected to x. Again you will traverse in this same loop again and again and again and again and again, so that if you traverse 10 times, the frequency will be 10, because you come across 10 x's or 10 z's or 10 y's. So it depends how many times you traverse. So if you traverse infinity times, the answer will be infinity. That's why it will be in arbitrarily very large. That's why they ask you to print -1 for this kind of cases. Now how to solve this question? So seeing that question, it might look very complex. It's not that complex. The difficulty level of this question is 6/10. So it's not very difficult. We can solve. In order to solve this kind of questions, you if you haven't got any idea, don't aim directly for solving all the question. Just try to solve few test cases. Now try to identify some corner cases here. The first corner case is -1. When -1 is occurring, when there is a loop in the directed graph, we are coming across this -1. So when you code for this -1 itself, you will be able to solve some out of 20 test cases. You will be able to solve at least 5 test cases or 3 test cases. At minimum 3 test cases will be there of -1. You can solve all these things. And second thing, so try to observe very closely in this question. This is the output, this is input, right? String a, b, a, c, a. So at our path we have got answer as 3. What does that mean? That means at max the answer will be the number of most frequent characters in the string. At every point of time, you cannot say that is answer everywhere, but at least there will be 3 to 4 test cases where this condition will be holded. So that's why if you see this question, this is the longest path we have taken. In this, a is repeating 3 times. So at max, the answer will be the maximum frequency of a particular element. So if you don't know any question, if you can just solve these 2 questions, at least you will be able to solve 6 test cases out of 20, which is very, very better than nothing. Your chances will be at 40 to 50% to get selected in this kind of question. In some interviews, one will be easy question and one will be one difficult question. In that cases, if you solve one easy question and if you solve at least 6 test cases in difficult question, then your selection will be guaranteed. Let's get into the approach.